Hey guys. Welcome back. Today we are going to show you top 10 movies that caused death to people. Alright, let's start. Number 10. Freaks, 1932. Director Todd Browning's 1932 drama Freaks is widely regarded as a classic today, but it faced more than a little blowback during its initial release. Browning, who'd spent time in the circus as a youth, hired actual sideshow performers to bring life to the story of a circus midget, Harry Earls, whose wealth inspires a beautiful trapeze artist, Olga Baklanova, to marry him in the hopes of murdering him and inheriting his money. The trouble with Freaks actually started even before the film arrived in theaters. One woman who attended a test screening allegedly threatened to sue the studio for causing her to suffer a miscarriage. An apocryphal story? Perhaps. Number 9. A Fish Called Wanda, 1988. Next time someone tries to convince you to watch the classic comedy A Fish Called Wanda because you'll just die laughing, make sure they aren't actually trying to murder you. A Danish scientist really did die laughing while watching the movie in 1989, suffering a fatal heart attack brought on by laughing too hard at the scene where Kevin Kline shoves French fries up Michael Palin's nose. Funny, yes. Worth dying for? That's up for debate. Number 8. The Passion of the Christ, 2004. Two people are known to have died during screenings of the film. The first incident occurred in February 2004 during a screening in Wichita, Kansas, where 56-year-old Peggy Scott suffered a fatal heart attack during the movie's crucifixion scene, understatedly described by a spokesperson for a local TV station as the highest emotional part of the movie. A nurse who happened to be in the theater tried reviving Scott, but her efforts were unsuccessful, and Scott was pronounced dead after being taken to a nearby hospital. 1 month later, the same fate was suffered by José Geraldo Soares, a 43-year-old Brazilian pastor who'd rented out a theater to watch the movie with his congregation. During the film, Soares' wife noticed he lost consciousness, as was the case with Peggy Scott's death. A medical professional happened to be in the theater, but they were unable to save Soares. Number 7. The Twilight Saga, Eclipse, 2010. Lots of people say they would rather die than watch Twilight. But how many people have actually done it? One that we know of, and it's really a sad story. 23-year-old Damien Anthony Smythe sneaked into a screening of the Twilight Saga, Eclipse in Wellington, New Zealand during the summer of 2010, and was found unresponsive when the lights came up, with an empty 1-liter bottle of whiskey on the floor next to him. The coroner's findings were pretty much what you'd expect, given the details. Smythe's death was attributed to acute alcohol toxicity, and described in the report as a sad, tragic loss of the life of a person so young. Smythe's father acknowledged his son's drinking problem, telling reporters he'd tried convincing him to enter rehab, to no avail. Number 6. The Conjuring 2, 2016. The Conjuring 2nd of May have been a little too scary for one filmgoer in India. According to a June 17, 2016 report published by the Times of India, an unidentified attendee at a screening in Tiruvannamalai, Tamil Nadu passed away during the movie's final act, and the story only gets weirder from there. The afflicted viewer, described as a 65-year-old male, reportedly complained of chest pains during the film and was taken to the hospital, where doctors pronounced him dead on arrival. His body was then remanded to another hospital for further examination, but it never arrived. As the Times put it, the driver disappeared with the deceased's body, prompting an investigation to determine the whereabouts, and the identity, of the dead man. Perhaps we'll hear more about the story in a Conjuring sequel a decade or two from now. Number 5. Rajagiri Ghati. Amarnath, a private tutor in Hyderabad, lost his life while watching the film. According to doctors' report, his death was due to cardiac arrest. The storyline of the film was that, a television series organizes reality show in a ghostly house so that secrets of deaths in the house can be ascertained. After this, mysterious incidents happen to the people participating in the show and each one of them dies in a mysterious way. Number 4. Aliens, 1986. Aliens isn't even the scariest entry in the franchise, but it was the straw that broke the camel's back for a student in India. After staying up all night to watch a horror movie marathon that also included blood, ghost, and Atmakata, M. Prabhakar excused himself to use the restroom. He emerged screaming and collapsed from shock, dying shortly after. Number 3. Jaws 1975. On September 9, 1975, a few months after Jaws arrived in theaters, 45-year-old Delmer Summerfield attended a screening at Ford City Cinema in Chicago, Illinois, with his wife Marilyn. 45 minutes into the film, Summerfield collapsed of a heart attack. Summerfield's wife alerted the theater manager, Vince Tripodi, of the situation and he called for an ambulance. In the meantime, 2 doctors in the audience administered CPR for 10 minutes until paramedics could arrive. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough. Summerfield died on the way to the hospital. Number 2. The Creeping Unknown 1955. One of the earliest, and arguably one of the most tragic, instances of a filmgoer passing away during a movie occurred during a showing of the British import The Quatermass Experiment, which told the story of an astronaut who returns to Earth infected with an alien parasite that threatens to destroy all life on the planet. A 9-year-old boy suffered a ruptured artery and died during a screening in Illinois. Number 1. Avatar 2009. James Cameron's 3D CGI epic Avatar marked a groundbreaking achievement in visual effects, but they unfortunately proved to be a little too stimulating for one poor soul in Taiwan. An unidentified 42-year-old man felt ill and left a showing of Avatar. By the time he reached the emergency room, he was unconscious from a severe stroke, and 11 days later he died. The man had a history of high blood pressure, and doctors blamed his death on overexcitement from watching the movie. Alright guys. This is all for today. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys liked the video. Make sure you like, share and subscribe. We will upload a video every day or one video in 2 days. See you in the next video.